So greetings and welcome. I'm here today. I'm Michelle Wadleigh, and I'm here today with Bill Sarnowski. And Bill is about to teach a class for both CSL and J, North Jersey, and Planned Happiness Institute. But before we talk about the class, and I didn't tell him we were going to do this, but I want to introduce Bill thoroughly because the relationship between Bill and I matter because it is kind of a testimonial for doing deep and profound work. So while Bill Sarnowski, as a member of the Center for Spiritual Living and has been for years and served on the board and has been a teacher for many years, Bill is also my ex-husband and the father of my two older sons. And I tell you that because it, it matters to me. I know it matters to him, and it matters to a lot of other people that we get to model that post-divorce does not mean hatred, does not mean anger, that you can have a you can continue to have a relationship with someone that you were in love with and built a family with, years later. And so that's important to us. And we have holidays together and travel together. So we're not talking like a polite relationship. We're talking about that Bill and his wife Marilyn and I and my whole family, we are a nuclear family. And when we say we're having the family over, I always refer to all my boys and their wives and their children and Bill and Marilyn. And we are, this beautiful family unit. And so Bill, welcome. Welcome. I'm glad you're
Thank
here.
you.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And Bill and I also shared, and I do want to take a moment to bring this into the where we met and how we met was in a spiritual community a long time ago. And the leader of that spiritual community, her name was Rita Sperling. And then eventually she became the Reverend Dr. Rita Sperling Rogers. So it
Yeah.
changed over the years. But Rita had an organization called the Planned Happiness Institute, which is what now we have renamed our nonprofit because the name was available. Nobody kept it alive. And so Bill and I met there, and we both have been infused by Rita's profound work that was all based on love. And so that level of conversation that we have is based on love. But the other thing that matters very much is the fact that in our conversations, there's no time where Bill and I are not taking full responsibility for our life experience. And that's the important part. So Bill is about to teach a class coming up very soon. I think it's next week, right, Bill?
Next Tuesday. Next
Yep.
Tuesday
So
evening. hmm
right. So he has a new class starting, and I just wanted to give you a moment I wanted to give Bill a moment to talk about what he promises attendees will get from the class, but also for you to meet him as a teacher, because while he's of the wise years, his wisdom is youthful and it is eternal. And so that's what I wanted to bring to you today. So Bill, talk to us a little bit about the class and what is your promise that people will take away from the class, if you will?
Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks for having this opportunity to do so. Well, first of all, the name of the title of the program is Awareness is Your Freedom, Letting Go, a Pathway to Surrender. So for me, I'm always coming, my intention in any class I teach is coming from the place that people, when they understand that they are not who they think they are, and they become aware of their own inner truth.
What does that mean, Bill? That they don't that say that again?
In other words, they become, by knowing that who they're not, okay, that they're not who they think they are, or even feel that they are, they begin to recognize through being aware that they are much greater, much bigger, much more than they can ever imagine. So they
Okay.
have a freedom now to express themselves in ways they they would think it was unimaginable.
Right. Okay. Okay. Give us an example, a practical example.
Let's see. If Well, we're talking about our relationship over the years, and I think that's a really good example that, if I stayed with what I call the program of how I was taught and what I picked up along the way, I don't think you and I would be friends. But
Oh.
because we
Mm-hmm.
have done this work, we have cleared away a lot of the mental and emotional debris.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
have become clear enough to realize, no, there's much more that we could, even though we're not married anymore, we can still be friends.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
we can be powerful parents to our two boys,
Yep. Yep.
right? And so that is a really good example based on just this conversation. I mean, there's
Right.
so
Right.
much more that, anyone could, um, I would say if they're stuck because they're a job related thing, right? And they feel like they're stuck in their job and they have no other alternatives, but they need the money and they've got to work. It's amazing when that kind of thinking is or you detangle yourself from that kind of thinking and start to see other possibilities. And I mean, possibility is infinite. So they start to see new possibilities, and they get that they can actually take action on that new possibility.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So what I hear you saying then is that as one becomes aware of their conditioned self and they choose to kind of recondition themselves, it opens up their possibility to a new way of being. Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, that they have a choice that they didn't know they
Mm-hmm.
had before. Many
Right.
choices actually, but they start to see what's best for them. And
Right.
in that knowing, they're able to take action that actually creates it in their life.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty amazing.
And I want to be careful because you and I can go down the road of jargon,
Oh
but
yeah,
what I
yeah.
what I do know is really if I were to simplify what you're saying for maybe a first-time listener, what I would say is that and in some old books and in some old references and things that I've studied, they might just call this a shift in attitude. That when
Yeah.
your attitude shifts, your attention shifts. And when your attitude and your attention shifts, what happens is you get to see, oh, there's something else I can do. You're not stuck.
Yeah.
You're not
Absolutely.
stuck.
Yes. You're not never stuck unless you believe you are.
Yeah, you're not stuck in a relationship. You're not
Right.
stuck in a job. You're not stuck in
Mm.
poor health conditions. You're not
Yeah.
stuck, but you have to know you're not.
Yeah.
That's the key.
And that's good. Attitude. And attitude determines how one thinks, how one feels, and how one acts.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. I'm studying a work by a woman right now who's translating the Essenes, which is in I don't even know that they exist anymore. It was a mystical Christian sect, and she, they attitude was how they referred to the shift in consciousness, which is why I wanted to bring it out. So, wait, what is the name of the book that you're teaching from? I don't think we said that.
No, we haven't. It's called Letting Go, the Pathway of Surrender.
Okay.
And it was written by a Dr. David Hawkins,
Mm-hmm.
who
Mm-hmm.
was an MD and PhD and a very high level spiritual teacher.
Yes. And for those of you, if you think that name sounds familiar, probably his most popular book was Power versus Force.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
he has a number of books, but Power
Oh,
versus Force was the one that really I think caught the attention of the general public's eye,
mm.
especially in spiritual communities. So, is there anything else you want people to know about the course and what you're bringing to it and such, so
Well,
we can entice them a little bit more to check it out?
I think, well, first of all, the way I designed it is it's 8 sessions, and it's on a Tuesday evening. It runs from 7 till 9 o'clock. And what I've done is I've taken 4 to 5 chapters at a time for people to read and then to come to the class with their questions, because I wanted to mostly be around their questions, not so much what I have to say, but what they're questioning, and that will ignite in me,
Mhm.
direct, I think, to me, positive answers.
Right, right, okay. Good.
So, what else can I say? Again, awareness is the key. You can read many, many books, and I have myself read many, many books, but the only way that I've really gotten to my own, I'm going to call it truth, okay, and it's not a personal truth, but to truth is to take that what I've gotten and put it into action. Because
Mhm.
without action, to me, it's just a whole bunch more of information, and it's
Mm.
probably some kind of entertainment to the mind.
Right, 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 right. So, all right, Bill, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And for those of you
You're welcome.
taking time to listen, I encourage you to this will be hooked up with some links either to CSLNJ or to PHI. I encourage you to check it out. Um, and while Bill and I have been through many iterations of our relationships over the years, I want you to know he is probably one of the people I trust most in teaching and teaching under under PHI. And when I was the pastor at CSL&J, I trusted him then too, because you might find some of the conversation triggering, but there's no way you won't grow. There's
Mhm.
no way you won't grow. His past students have been, loyal and very happy every time they took his class. So we're gonna sign off for you for right now, and I hope to see you again. And I'll be here bringing you other opportunities. But please check out the plannedhappinessinstitute.com and the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey, and really consider playing in Bill's world, because it's a good world to play in, and I'm happy to say that I'm part of his world. So it's a healthy conversation for people who want to be really in the glory of their lives. So you have a good day, and we'll talk soon. Bill, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for this opportunity.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.